Hi everybody, and welcome to Garden Style. So today I'm going to be introducing you to the part 2 of a 3-part series of my fall presentation for shrubs and different types of plants that you can be putting in the ground for now so that you can have color throughout the year. So the one I'm introducing to you today is Leucothoe. It is a gorgeous shrub that does extremely well in the shade. That is the cool part about this plant. So for those of us who are constantly looking for color, trying to get away from all the different shades of green, well, here's your answer. This has these deep burgundy leaves, and this is all of its new growth that it's acquired throughout the year. But the cool part is, as the temperatures start to drop, the leaves get redder. So this particular variety I have right here is Leucothoe Rejoice, Coastal Leucothoe, and this particular shrub will probably get about 3 to 4 feet high by about 3 feet wide, and they're stunning in the shade garden. Now this is also a plant that you can put in containers, and it can stay there probably for about 2-3 years before you need to move it into the yard. But I just had to introduce these to you, as I've got a couple other varieties over here that I want to show you. And for those of you who are not familiar with these, this is a great answer to the shade garden to add some more color to it. Now another neat thing about this particular shrub is that it's hardy from zone 6 to zone 9, and it will also get these pretty little flowers on them during the springtime. And I'll flash a picture up there for you so you can see that. But Leucothoes have been around for a long time, and a lot of these varieties are native here to the United States. So it'll give you kind of an idea how tough they are once they're established. But I love these things because they're evergreen, they're going to hold on to their leaves year round, they can put up with the rains that we have here and still hold their color. And they just become more and more vivid as we get further into the cooler months. So there you go, this is the first variety, and that was Leucothoe Coastal, Rejoice Coastal, sorry. And then the next one I have here is called Rainbow Leucothoe. And this one isn't really showing the pink on it. I tried to find some varieties, but we just haven't quite gotten cold enough yet for them to start turning. But I'll flash a picture up there in the camera for you so that you can see what they look like once they do start to turn. Now the neat thing about these plants is they have this really pretty pink stem on them. Their new growth will come into like a pink up there at the top. But year-round, they have these green and white variegated leaves, and they hold on to them year-round. But this is kind of neat because the pinks that show up get deeper and deeper as the temperatures get cooler. And this is kind of a drooping Leucothoe, so it kind of has a weeping habit to it. And they're just gorgeous in the shade garden. I've already planted a couple varieties of my own out in the shade, and I'm pretty impressed with them, to the point where I'm going to start adding some to my containers this year. I'm going to be putting them out on my front porch. And I'll have a whole separate video as to what I've combined with them to give me color all the way through the winter until the following spring. Okay, so that is Rainbow. And this next one, this is just a real small version, but I'll flash another picture there in the corner for you so that you can see what these look like when they get bigger. But this is a Leucothoe, and this one is called Curly Red, and their leaves kind of have a curl to them. And they're also a deeper red here on the tips. But you plant a few of these together and they're just amazing. Now this one isn't quite as hardy as the other two that I showed you. This one is hardy down to zone 7 or 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And this one doesn't get quite as big either. This one's about 2 feet high by 2 feet wide. But either way, it's a cool little plant. You can get an idea what the color is on the ends there. But when you buy them small like this, these are great for containers. So that's kind of my challenge to you folks this year, especially those of us who live here in the Northwest in Zone 8. I kind of hesitate to put a lot of flowers in my fall containers just because I know with the first downpour of rain, where you can go for 2-3 weeks at a time with a lot of rain, the flowers don't last very long. They get beaten up. So it's been my challenge to myself, and I just kind of want to share it with you, to start combining different kinds of foliage together that can give you the same effect but yet last you all the way through the winter time. And if you stay tuned to my next video, which will be the third part of this series, I'll show you how I put together some containers on my back deck in these beautiful cobalt blue pots. As you'll see in the picture there, I had two large Hinoki cypress in them, and I have since moved them to the front yard. They've been in those containers for about 2 or 3 years. So now I'm looking to replace them with some colorful foliage that will get me through all the way till next spring. And there might be one flower in that container, just for a little titch of floral in that pot. But otherwise, it's going to be primarily foliage, and I'll show you how to combine them so you get that texture and that color that we all crave at this time of the year. As I've already pulled all my annuals out, my baskets are gone, the deck's looking a little bare, so I'm hoping now to just fill a few containers to get me through the fall and winter so it's not, you know, completely bare. So stay tuned for that one. Otherwise, I highly recommend these. Go to your nurseries now. You'll be able to see them as they're turning color, and bring some home with you. I'm just thrilled with these because they can go in the shade and they don't mind it a bit. So there you go, Leucothoes, and there's a whole lot more that I can't introduce to you today or you'd be bored to tears, but I'll flash a few pictures here at the end of the video just to give you an idea of the other varieties that are available out there. And they're just beautiful, they're stunning. Okay, of course, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave those in the description box down below, or you can send me an email to GardnStyleNwest@gmail.com. Hope you guys are all having a fabulous fall. I am thrilled to finally be able to get back out in the garden and not sweat to death. As you can see, it's a little cooler today. All right, you guys, have fun, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.